My beloved child, I know the room is quiet, but your mind is not. Thoughts move quickly, almost urgently, as if they are afraid of being left unheard. You shift slightly, hoping comfort will come with a better position, yet the uneasiness lingers. I see it. I see the way your eyes stare into the dark, the way your breathing changes when a particular worry rises to the surface. You do not have to hide any of it from me. I am already here, not at the edge of the room, not waiting for an invitation, but close, closer than the rhythm of your own heartbeat. You may feel alone in this moment, but you are not unattended. The night has not separated you from me. It has simply quieted everything else so you can hear that I have never moved. Fear often grows in silence. When distractions fall away, it tries to fill the space. It reminds you of unfinished responsibilities. It questions your security. It magnifies tomorrow's uncertainties. It even replays yesterday's mistakes, as if keeping them alive will somehow protect you from repeating them. I know how convincing those thoughts can sound. I also know how quickly they lose strength when you realize I am with you. You are not weak because you feel anxious. You are not lacking faith because your heart sometimes races. You are human, and I am gentle with what I have created. I do not approach you with disappointment. I come with steadiness. I do not correct you for being afraid. I quiet what frightens you by drawing nearer. The night is not your enemy. It is not a test you must pass. It is an invitation. When the world dims and the pace slows, you are given a sacred pause. In this pause, you can stop performing. You can stop proving. You can stop pretending that you have everything under control. You can simply be here with me. You may not realize how much pressure you carry during the day. The need to respond correctly. The need to anticipate problems. The need to stay ahead. When you lie down, that pressure does not instantly disappear. It lingers in your muscles, in your thoughts, in the tight places inside your chest. I feel the weight of it with you. You do not have to release it all at once. Just let me hold it piece by piece. You wonder what tomorrow will bring. Will the news be good? Will the situation resolve? Will you have enough strength for what is coming? Those questions circle in your mind, trying to secure certainty. But certainty is not what steadies you tonight. My presence is. I am not waiting in your tomorrow hoping things turn out well. I am already there. Nothing you will face is unfamiliar to me. You are safe enough to slow down now. Not because every outcome is guaranteed to look the way you prefer, but because you are not navigating any of it alone. I do not drift in and out of your life. I remain. Even when you feel distant, I am constant. Even when your thoughts are loud, my nearness is louder, though softer in tone. There is something beautiful about this moment. You are not striving. You are not explaining yourself. You are simply lying here, aware of your need for peace. That awareness is not weakness, it is honesty. And I meet honesty with tenderness. You have tried to manage fear by thinking through every possible scenario. You have tried to prevent disappointment by bracing for it. But vigilance cannot replace trust. You were not designed to stay on guard every hour of the day and night. There is one who keeps watch without fatigue. There is one whose awareness never dims. While you rest, I remain attentive. Soon, I will remind you of words that have carried countless hearts into calm. Words that speak of lying down in peace and dwelling in safety. Words that describe a shepherd guiding gently, even through shadowed paths. They are not distant promises meant only for another time. They are for you, here, now. In a few moments, you will understand why sleep does not have to feel risky. For now, let this truth settle quietly inside you: the dark does not diminish my care. The silence does not limit my reach. Your fear does not push me away. I am not startled by your worries. I am not overwhelmed by your questions. I am steady, and I am close. You may feel as though you are standing at the edge of something uncertain, but you are not standing alone. I walk with you into every unknown. When shadows stretch long, I do not step back. I move nearer. I guide without harshness. I protect without spectacle. I lead without forcing. If regret from today is whispering to you, listen carefully: I am not replaying your failures. I am not measuring you by your weakest moment. Growth is a process, and I am patient within it. Tonight is not about correcting everything. It is about resting in the knowledge that you are still held. Let your breathing slow naturally. You do not have to command it. Simply notice that I am here. Notice that you are not unsupported. Notice that even in stillness, you are accompanied. There is a promise woven through ancient songs that speaks directly to this moment, a promise that you can lie down and sleep in peace because you are made to dwell in safety. That promise is not fading. It is alive, and it is moving toward you. Stay with me in this quiet. Do not rush ahead. The peace you are seeking is not far from you. It begins with this simple truth: you are not alone in this dark. I am your shepherd here, attentive and near, and what I will speak next will steady your heart in ways you did not expect. You are still here with me, and I have not moved away. The quiet has settled a little deeper now, and your breathing has begun to slow, even if your thoughts are still alert. I know one of the hardest parts is this simple moment, the decision to close your eyes. It feels small, but it carries weight. Closing your eyes means letting go. It means trusting that nothing will fall apart while you rest. That is not always easy for you. So listen carefully. You will lie down tonight not because life is perfect, but because I am present. Peace does not come to you because every question has been answered. It comes because I am near. Safety is not built on perfect circumstances. It is built on my steady watchfulness. When you stretch out and allow your body to sink into the mattress, you are not surrendering to danger. You are surrendering into my care. I see the subtle fear that asks, what if something happens while I sleep? The mind imagines emergencies, unexpected calls, sudden changes. It tells you that staying half awake is wiser, that vigilance equals protection. But you were not designed to live in constant alertness. You were not created to guard your own life through the night. I am your guard. When you lie down, I remain standing. When your eyes close, mine do not. When your awareness fades into rest, my awareness does not dim. I do not drift. I do not grow distracted. I do not become weary. You are safe. Let that settle without argument. You are safe. Not because you are strong enough. Not because you anticipated every possibility. Not because you secured every outcome. You are safe because I am attentive. I am watching over you with a steadiness that does not fluctuate with your feelings. You are not exposed in this room. You are not unprotected in this house. You are not forgotten in this city. Even here, in this ordinary space, I am present. The night does not increase your vulnerability, it increases your opportunity to trust. There is a quiet promise that has been spoken for generations, a truth that has carried many into deep rest. You can lie down and sleep in peace, and dwell in safety, because I make it so. Not the locks on your doors. Not the silence of the street. Not the strength of your own awareness. I make you dwell in safety. Feel the difference between striving and dwelling. Striving tightens your body. Dwelling relaxes it. Striving scans for threats. Dwelling trusts the one who sees beyond your sight. Tonight, I am inviting you to dwell. You may feel the instinct to check one more thing. To replay one more scenario. To anticipate one more outcome. But your constant scanning does not add protection. It only steals rest. I am not asking you to deny wisdom. I am asking you to release hypervigilance. There is a difference. You are not the guardian of the universe. You are not the keeper of every heartbeat. That responsibility does not rest on you. It rests on me. And I do not falter. Let your breathing deepen now. Inhale slowly. Exhale gently. You do not have to force peace. You receive it by remembering who is with you. There is more than peace waiting for you, there is protection. Peace is the feeling. Protection is the reality beneath it. Even when you do not feel calm, you are still guarded. Even when anxiety tries to resurface, my watch does not pause. The shepherd does more than comfort. He guards. Yes, I comfort you. I draw close and quiet your fears. But I also stand between you and what you cannot see. I anticipate what you cannot anticipate. I shield in ways you will never fully know. Many things have never reached you because I was already there. You do not have to stay half awake to keep disaster away. You do not have to brace for impact. You can soften. You can release the tension in your shoulders. You can let your hands rest open instead of clenched. When you lie down tonight, it will not be an act of weakness. It will be an act of trust. And I honor that trust. I am not careless with your vulnerability. I treasure it. When you close your eyes, you are choosing to believe that I am who I say I am. You are choosing to believe that my presence is more reliable than your anxiety. That choice is precious to me. You may still feel small tremors of fear. That is all right. Courage is not the absence of sensation, it is the decision to rest anyway. And you are capable of that decision because I am sustaining you. You are safe. I am watching you. And now, as your breathing begins to slow and your body feels the first traces of rest, listen to me again. You wonder, even after hearing that you can lie down in peace, what will happen when tomorrow comes? A quiet question rises inside you, what if something goes wrong? What if the calm I feel tonight disappears in the morning? I know how quickly your mind travels ahead of you. Anxiety rushes forward, scanning for danger before the sun has even risen. But I do not rush. I stay with you here, and I speak slowly. I am your shepherd in the dark. You do not belong to uncertainty. You belong to me. And because you belong to me, you lack nothing that you truly need. Your mind may list the things you wish were different. It may point to areas where you feel behind, unprepared, or unsure. But I see your life in its fullness. I know what is necessary for your journey, and I am not withholding what sustains you. When I say you lack nothing, I am not dismissing your desires. I am reminding you that you are not abandoned to scarcity. You are not surviving by accident. Every breath you take tonight is evidence of my sustaining hand. Every beat of your heart is held within my awareness. You are not one step away from collapse. You are carried more than you realize. You try to make yourself rest. You tell your thoughts to quiet down. You adjust your pillow, your blanket, your position. But rest is not something you force. It is something you receive. I make you lie down in green pastures. Notice the gentleness in that. I do not drive you into rest with pressure. I lead you into it with care. You have been standing for too long in places that drain you. You have been bracing yourself for outcomes you cannot control. Your mind has been scanning the horizon for threats. And now, here in the night, I guide you toward stillness. I am not pushing you into vulnerability. I am guiding you into safety. Anxiety tells you that if you close your eyes, you will miss something important. It insists that vigilance is protection. But constant alertness is not your calling. You are not designed to carry the weight of the entire night on your own shoulders. I am the one who remains awake without strain. I am the one who watches without fatigue. You are not walking alone. Even when the path feels shadowed, even when tomorrow feels unclear, you are accompanied. The valley you fear is not your destination. It is a passage. Valleys are places you move through, not places you build your life. And when you walk through them, I do not send instructions from a distance. I walk beside you. You may feel as though you are in a season where the light is dimmer than you would prefer. You may not see far ahead. But you do not need full visibility to be secure. You need a shepherd who sees clearly. I see the bends in the road. I see where the terrain levels out. I see the places where relief is waiting. You do not have to map it all out tonight. I restore your soul. Not just your body. Not just your schedule. Your soul. The deep place inside you that feels worn from holding so much. The place that grows tired of pretending to be strong. I restore that place gently. I do not rush the process. Restoration is not loud. It is steady. It is quiet. It happens while you are lying here, breathing in and out. There are still waters even now. You may think still waters belong to another season, another version of your life when everything feels resolved. But stillness is not the absence of challenge. It is the presence of my peace within it. I lead you beside waters that do not rush, that do not threaten to overwhelm you. You do not have to fight currents tonight. You can float in trust. Anxiety's voice is urgent. It demands immediate answers. It paints worst-case scenarios in sharp detail. It asks, what if tomorrow goes wrong? What if you fail? What if you lose? Listen carefully to how I speak. I do not shout over your fear. I speak underneath it. My voice is steady. My tone is calm. I remind you again and again, you are not walking alone. Even though you walk through the valley of deep shadow, you do not have to fear. The shadow is not substance. It is evidence that light exists somewhere nearby. And I am that light. The presence you feel beside you right now is not imagination. It is protection. It is guidance. It is love that does not retreat when conditions darken. You are not prey wandering without defense. You are guided. My rod and my staff comfort you. They are not symbols of harsh control. They are signs of attentive care. I correct your path when it would lead to harm. I pull you back from edges you do not see. I steady you when the ground feels uneven. There is a shield around you that you cannot see. You may not feel it physically, but it is real. You are more protected than your senses can measure. While you lie here, wondering about tomorrow's uncertainties, protection is already in place. Paths are already being prepared. Details are already being arranged. You do not step into the morning alone and unguarded. There is a protection that works while you sleep. You do not have to earn it. You do not have to request it with perfect words. It flows from who I am. I am not a distant observer. I am your shepherd. Shepherds do more than comfort. They guard. They position themselves between danger and what they love. They stay alert through the night so the sheep can rest without fear. You are deeply loved. Let that truth settle more deeply than your worries. Let it move beneath the surface of your racing thoughts. Love is not fragile here. It is firm. It surrounds you. It steadies you. Even if tomorrow brings challenges, it will not bring abandonment. Even if there are valleys ahead, they will not be empty of my presence. You are not walking alone. Say it quietly in your heart. Let it interrupt the anxious narrative. When fear tries to forecast disaster, let this truth answer back. You are accompanied. You are guided. You are guarded. And as you rest in this assurance, as your body grows heavier against the mattress and your breathing grows softer, remember that this is only the beginning. Peace is settling over you, but there is more than peace waiting for you. There is protection layered upon protection. There is a covering that extends beyond what you can see. Stay here with me in this calm. The shepherd who leads you beside still waters is also the one who shields you from unseen threats. And in a moment, I will speak to you about a refuge so strong that even the terrors of the night cannot penetrate it. You have just heard that I walk with you through the valley, that you are not alone in shadowed places. Now listen as I draw you even closer, not only beside me, but beneath my covering. I cover you with my wings. This is not fragile poetry. It is protection. It is nearness that shields. When you dwell close to me, when you rest your thoughts against my presence instead of letting them run toward fear, you are not exposed. You are hidden in a refuge that does not crumble under pressure. You think about the unknown and your body tightens. What if something sudden happens? What if the phone rings with news you never wanted to hear? What if loss comes without warning? These questions try to convince you that safety is temporary and peace is naive. But hear me clearly, you do not live unguarded in a random world. You dwell under my shadow. There is no terror in the night that escapes my awareness. When darkness stretches across the sky and your imagination tries to fill it with threats, remember this: the night does not belong to fear. It belongs to me. I am as present at midnight as I am at noon. There is no hour where my watchfulness weakens. You do not have to brace yourself against invisible danger. I am already positioned between you and what would seek to harm you. You may not see what I block. You may never know the paths I redirect, the dangers I prevent, the conversations I soften, the events I restrain. Protection often works quietly. It does not announce itself. It does not demand recognition. It simply stands firm. No arrow that flies by day has authority over you apart from what I allow. And I do not allow carelessly. I am not distant from your life, making decisions without tenderness. I guard with intention. I protect with wisdom. You are not a fragile object placed in a storm without shelter. You are guarded. There are fears you rarely admit, even to yourself. Fear of sudden tragedy. Fear that something you love could be taken. Fear that stability could shift overnight. These fears whisper that peace is temporary, that you should always prepare for the worst. But constant anticipation of disaster is not your calling. Trust is. You do not have to scan every horizon. You do not have to anticipate every shadow. I see what you cannot see. I know what approaches long before it arrives. And I am not passive. I am active in your protection. I command my angels concerning you. You are not alone in ways you do not perceive. There are forces of protection assigned to your path. There is assistance surrounding you that does not draw attention to itself. You are supported in realms you do not fully understand. While you sleep, there are guardians who do not sleep. While you rest, there are watchful eyes that do not close. This is not meant to make you dramatic. It is meant to make you steady. You will not fear the terror of the night. Notice that I do not say terror will never attempt to whisper. I say you will not fear it. Fear does not get the final word. When anxiety rises, it does not get to anchor itself in your identity. It is a visitor, not a ruler. You are not defined by what frightens you. You are defined by the one who guards you. There is a reason you will not be shaken. It is not because you are naturally fearless. It is not because you have predicted every outcome. It is because you are positioned within my refuge. When you dwell in me, when you allow your thoughts to settle under my truth, stability grows. Storms may move around you, but they do not uproot you easily. You are stronger than you think. Not because of your own constant vigilance, but because of where you are planted. A tree rooted deeply does not panic when wind begins to blow. Its strength comes from what holds it beneath the surface. You are rooted in my care. You are anchored in my presence. Fear of unseen spiritual danger can sometimes feel abstract and yet unsettling. You wonder about forces you cannot see, about influences you cannot measure. Hear me gently but firmly, you are not defenseless. You are not wandering through spiritual territory unprotected. My covering extends beyond what your eyes can perceive. Nothing approaches you without passing through my awareness. When you lie down tonight, you are not surrendering to vulnerability. You are surrendering into my arms. There is a difference. Vulnerability without protection is exposure. Vulnerability within my covering is trust. You are not exposed. Even if thousands fall around you, even if circumstances around you feel unstable, you remain held. This does not mean you will never witness difficulty in the world. It means difficulty does not have unchecked access to you. You are not living at the mercy of chaos. I am your refuge. Refuge is not a thin wall. It is not temporary shelter that collapses under pressure. It is a stronghold. When you run into my presence, you are not stepping into a fragile space. You are stepping into strength. And you do not have to run far. I am already near. Let this repetition calm you. You are guarded. You are guarded. You are guarded. Your mind may try to argue. It may bring up memories of past pain, moments when life felt unprotected. But even in those moments, I was not absent. Protection does not always mean prevention of every hardship. Sometimes it means preservation through it. Sometimes it means sustaining you so deeply that what was meant to break you instead strengthens you. You are still here. You are still breathing. You are still held. Bad news does not control your future. Loss does not erase my faithfulness. Sudden events do not surprise me. When the unexpected happens, I am not scrambling for a solution. I am steady. I am prepared. I am present. And you are not fragile. You may feel tender. You may feel stretched. But fragile implies easily shattered beyond repair. That is not who you are. You are guarded by love that does not weaken. You are surrounded by attention that does not drift. You are supported by strength that does not fluctuate with circumstance. As you lie here, notice the shift inside you. Fear that felt sharp begins to soften. Thoughts that felt urgent begin to slow. This is what happens when you remember who covers you. As the awareness of my covering settles over you, something begins to shift inside your chest. Protection is not only about being shielded from harm. It is also about remembering who stands with you. And when you remember that, courage begins to rise quietly. You ask yourself sometimes, what if I'm not strong enough? What if tomorrow demands more than I can give? What if I fail in front of others? What if I am misunderstood, rejected, overlooked? These questions move through you like shadows across a wall. They seem large at first, but they only appear powerful when the light feels distant. I am your light. Where I shine, shadows lose their authority. Darkness does not argue with light, it simply retreats. When I say I am your light, I am not offering distant comfort. I am declaring presence within your thoughts, within your fears, within the spaces that feel dim and uncertain. You do not have to generate your own clarity. You receive it from me. I am your salvation. That means you are not left to rescue yourself from every difficult situation. You are not alone in defending your worth. You are not responsible for manufacturing your own security. When fear asks, whom shall you fear, the answer is not rooted in arrogance. It is rooted in trust. If I stand with you, what threat has ultimate power over you? Fear of people's opinions can weigh heavily on you. You wonder how you are perceived. You replay conversations, analyzing tone and expression. You question whether you said too much or not enough. But you were not created to live under the constant evaluation of others. Their opinions are not your foundation. I am. You are not prey, hunted by judgment and waiting for criticism to strike. You are not defenseless against rejection. Even if someone misunderstands you, even if someone walks away, that does not strip you of identity. Your value was not assigned by their approval, and it is not revoked by their disapproval. Fear of failure tries to tighten its grip as well. It whispers that one mistake will define you. It tells you that falling short proves you are not enough. But listen carefully, you are not sustained by flawless performance. You are sustained by my faithfulness. Failure is not a verdict over your life. It is a moment within your growth. You are not powerless. Power does not always look loud or aggressive. Sometimes it looks like steady trust. Sometimes it looks like choosing to stand when you would rather retreat. Sometimes it looks like lying down in peace even when circumstances are unresolved. Strength is not the absence of fear, it is the refusal to let fear rule you. The future can feel like an open question. You cannot see all the details. You cannot predict every turn. And uncertainty can feel threatening. But uncertainty does not mean abandonment. It simply means you are not meant to control everything. I am already present in your future. You do not walk toward it alone. When you remember that I am your light, the darkness in your mind begins to thin. Thoughts that once felt overwhelming start to lose their sharp edges. You begin to see that many of your fears are projections, not promises. They are possibilities, not certainties. And possibilities do not have the same authority as my presence. You are defended. Not by harshness. Not by walls that isolate you. But by a steady, protective love that surrounds you. When opposition rises, I do not disappear. When challenges confront you, I do not withdraw. I remain. I strengthen. I guide. Even if an army of worries encamps around your mind, your heart does not have to surrender. Even if multiple concerns line up demanding attention, you are not overwhelmed beyond hope. Confidence grows not because life becomes simple, but because you realize who stands with you. You have asked quietly, am I enough? Let me answer gently, you are held. And being held is stronger than being enough by your own standards. You are shaped, guided, refined. I am not finished with you. There is purpose still unfolding. There is growth still happening. There is courage forming in places you once thought were weak. Fear begins to lose its authority when you stop treating it as truth. It may speak loudly, but volume does not equal power. My voice may be softer, but it is steady. When fear says you are alone, I remind you that I am near. When fear says you will fail, I remind you that you are guided. When fear says you are vulnerable, I remind you that you are defended. Even your anxious thoughts will bow. They will not disappear instantly, but they will not rule forever. As you continue to rest in my presence, they lose dominance. They soften. They quiet. They take their rightful place beneath truth rather than above it. You do not have to brace yourself for tomorrow as though it is an enemy. Tomorrow is simply another space where I will meet you. Light will rise again. Strength will be given again. Guidance will be present again. You are not walking into darkness alone. Let courage settle into you now. Not loud, not forceful, but firm. The kind of courage that allows you to rest. The kind of courage that does not need constant reassurance because it knows where it stands. You stand with me. And as this strengthening truth fills you, you will notice something deeper forming beneath it. Courage is not tension. It is not striving. It is calm confidence. There is a deeper quiet coming. Not just the absence of fear, but the presence of stillness. Stay with me. Let the light steady you. Let your identity root itself in who you are with me. You are not prey. You are not powerless. You are defended. And from this place of strengthening, I will lead you into a stillness so profound that even the earth shifting beneath you would not steal your peace. Now feel the shift. Courage has steadied you. The sharp edge of fear has softened. And beneath that strength, there is something even deeper waiting for you. Stillness. You have been strong for so long. You have been alert, thoughtful, careful. Even when you did not realize it, your mind has been working constantly, measuring risks, replaying conversations, forecasting outcomes. That kind of effort is exhausting. You feel it tonight. Not just in your body, but in your thoughts. You are tired. And I am your refuge and your strength. Refuge means you do not have to hold everything together right now. Strength means you do not have to manufacture resilience from empty places. I am both. You do not have to choose between hiding and being strong. In me, they are the same thing. Be still. Not because everything is solved. Not because every answer has arrived. Be still because I am here. Stillness is not weakness. It is trust without tension. It is the decision to stop striving for a moment and allow yourself to be held. You have tried to control outcomes by thinking harder. You have tried to secure peace by analyzing more. But control is heavy. It tightens your shoulders. It shortens your breath. Release it. Let your breathing slow. You do not have to force it. Just notice it. In and out. Slow and steady. I am not rushing you. I am not demanding immediate calm. I am inviting you into it. Be still and know. Know does not mean understand every detail. It means rest in certainty. Know that I am steady. Know that I am not shaken by what unsettles you. Know that I am present in what feels uncertain. Your thoughts may still try to run, but you do not have to follow them. When they begin to race, gently return here. I am your refuge. When worries try to stack themselves in your mind, one on top of another, you do not have to carry them. Let them lower. Let them rest outside of you. You were not created to hold the weight of the world. You were created to dwell in my strength. The earth may feel unstable at times. Circumstances shift. News changes. Plans adjust. But I do not move. I do not fluctuate with events. I do not weaken when pressure rises. You can be still because I remain strong. Feel how different that is from forcing yourself to be calm. You are not suppressing fear. You are settling into trust. There is a difference. Your mind has been like restless water. Thoughts overlapping. Concerns colliding. But still waters do not fight the shore. They rest. And I am leading you there now. Be still. Let the words slow down inside you. You are not responsible for tomorrow in this moment. You are not required to solve what has not yet happened. This hour is for rest. This breath is enough. I am your refuge. Refuge means there is a boundary around you. A protection that allows you to exhale. You do not have to scan the horizon right now. You do not have to prepare responses. You can lie here and simply exist. I am your strength. Strength does not always look like effort. Sometimes it looks like surrender. Sometimes it looks like trusting me with what you cannot control. You do not lose power when you release control to me. You gain peace. Notice how your body responds when you stop trying to hold everything together. The tension eases. The weight lightens. Your thoughts begin to space themselves out instead of crowding you. Be still and know that I am here. Even if the world feels loud during the day, this moment is quiet. Even if responsibilities call for you tomorrow, they are not calling right now. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to rest. Mental exhaustion has been whispering to you for some time. It has been asking for relief. This is relief. Not dramatic. Not overwhelming. Just steady. Stay here. There is one more promise for your night. But do not rush toward it. Let stillness settle deeper first. Let your breathing align with calm. In and out. Slow and unforced. If a thought rises again, do not fight it. Let it pass. Like a cloud moving across the sky. You are not the cloud. You are the sky held in my presence. I am not anxious about your life. I am not worried about your future. I am not hurried by your timeline. If I remain steady, you can too. Be still. You are not alone in this pause. I am within it. I am around it. I am beneath it, holding you. And as you rest here, something gentle is happening inside you. Restoration is beginning. Strength is returning quietly. When morning comes, you will not wake the same way you lay down. You will wake differently. Not because every situation changed overnight, but because you did. Stay in this calm a little longer. I am your refuge. I am your strength. And you can be still. Stay in that stillness with me. You have allowed your thoughts to slow. You have released the need to manage everything at once. And now we come to the most vulnerable moment of the night. Sleep. There is something deeply exposing about sleep. When you close your eyes, you release awareness. When your body grows heavy, you surrender control. You cannot monitor the room. You cannot guard your own breathing. You cannot ensure the next hour will unfold the way you expect. That vulnerability can feel unsettling. But listen carefully. I do not slumber. While your eyes close, mine remain open. While your mind drifts, my attention does not. I do not grow tired. I do not fade into distraction. I do not miss details. Through every second of the night, I am fully present. Your help comes from me. Not from your vigilance. Not from your ability to predict. Not from your effort to stay half awake just in case something happens. Your help comes from me. And I am not fragile. I am not limited by darkness. I am not reduced by silence. Even while you are unconscious, I am conscious. Even while you rest, I am active. You are not suspended in uncertainty when you sleep. You are sustained. Your breathing continues because I allow it. Your heart beats steadily because I uphold it. You are not maintaining yourself through the night. I am. You may not speak this fear often, but sometimes it whispers quietly, what if I do not wake up? What if something happens while I sleep? What if I lose control completely? That fear grows in the absence of reassurance. So let me reassure you now. You lie down. And you wake again. This rhythm is not accidental. It is sustained. Every morning you have risen has been evidence of my faithfulness through the night. Every sunrise you have seen is proof that I carried you through hours you could not monitor. You are not responsible for keeping yourself alive while you sleep. You were never meant to carry that weight. The illusion of control feels safer than surrender, but true security is not found in constant awareness. It is found in my watchfulness. I watch over you. Not casually. Not intermittently. Intentionally. If you could see what surrounds you right now, you would not feel exposed. There is a covering around your life. There is a tension fixed upon you. There is a steadiness holding the space where you rest. You are not lying in an unguarded place. The one who made the heavens and the earth watches over you. That means there is no limit to my awareness. No corner too hidden. No movement too small. I do not blink. I do not drift into distraction. My care is continuous. You do not have to stay alert tonight. You do not have to wake at every small sound. You do not have to anticipate danger. Your help comes from me. Let that sentence anchor you. Not as a phrase, but as reality. Help does not begin when you panic. It does not activate only when you call out loudly. It is already in motion. It surrounds you before fear can form. As you drift closer to sleep, remember this, I am not drifting. I remain. When your thoughts dissolve into dreams, I am steady. When your body becomes still, I am watchful. When the world outside moves in ways you cannot see, I remain attentive. You lie down in peace. You wake again in strength. There is stability in that rhythm. There is faithfulness woven into that pattern. Night does not threaten your existence. It becomes a space where I demonstrate my constancy. Release the final pieces of control now. Let your muscles soften. Let your breathing deepen. You are not falling into emptiness. You are resting under guardianship. When you wake, something will feel lighter. Not because the world has transformed overnight, but because you allowed yourself to rest under my care. Anxiety loses some of its grip when you stop trying to guard yourself alone. Strength returns when you stop exhausting yourself with vigilance. I am already in your tomorrow. Before your alarm sounds. Before your responsibilities begin. Before conversations unfold. I am there. I have seen the day ahead. I am not alarmed by it. I am not surprised by it. And I will walk with you into it just as I have walked with you through this night. Sleep is not a risk for you. It is a trust exercise. And you are not trusting into emptiness. You are trusting into me. The mountains may stand firm across generations, but my watchfulness is firmer still. The moon may rise and set, but my attention does not wax or wane. You are kept. You are sustained. You are held. Let yourself drift now. You are watched over. You are guarded. You are sustained. And when morning comes, you will rise because I have remained faithful through every unseen hour. Now rest. You have released control. You have allowed stillness to settle. You have remembered that I watch while you sleep. Let everything come together here, gently, without effort. Sleep in my peace tonight. Not fragile peace. Not temporary calm. My peace. The kind that does not depend on perfect circumstances. The kind that does not disappear when questions remain unanswered. The kind that rests on who I am, not on what is happening around you. You are safe. Let that truth sink deeper than the mattress beneath you. You are safe in this room. You are safe in this hour. You are safe in my presence. There is no hidden danger creeping toward you unnoticed. There is no threat stronger than my covering. You are guarded. While you drift, I remain. While you sleep, I watch. My protection is not dramatic. It is steady. It is quiet. It surrounds you without drawing attention to itself. You do not have to sense it for it to be real. You are loved. Not conditionally. Not because you performed well today. Not because you handled everything perfectly. You are loved because you are mine. Love does not withdraw when you are tired. Love does not lessen when you are anxious. Love stays. You are not alone. Even now, in this quiet, in this near-sleep space where thoughts fade and awareness softens, I am here. I do not step away when you close your eyes. I do not fade into the background. I remain close. Fear is not your master. It may have spoken loudly in other seasons. It may have felt convincing. But it does not own you. It does not define you. It does not command your future. You are not ruled by dread. You are led by a shepherd. I am your shepherd. I lead you beside still waters. I restore what feels worn. I guide you through valleys without abandoning you in them. Even in darkness, I am steady. Even in uncertainty, I am present. I am your refuge. When the world feels unstable, you have a place that does not shake. When your thoughts feel crowded, you have space to breathe. When emotions rise and fall, I remain unchanged. I am your light. Where I am, darkness cannot dominate. Shadows may appear, but they do not win. You are not navigating your life in dimness alone. My light steadies your steps, even when you cannot see far ahead. You are not fragile. You are guarded. You are not prey. You are defended. You are not abandoned. You are accompanied. Let these truths repeat softly inside you. Not as effort. As comfort. Peace over your mind. Peace over your body. Peace over your future. Let your breathing match that peace. Slow. Gentle. Unforced. There is nothing you need to solve right now. Nothing you need to fix before morning. Nothing you need to anticipate in this moment. This hour is for rest. You have carried enough today. Now let me carry you. Feel how different that is from striving. You are not bracing. You are not preparing. You are resting. And resting is not weakness. It is trust. If a final anxious thought tries to surface, let it dissolve here. It does not need attention. It does not need debate. It can bow quietly beneath truth. You are safe. You are guarded. You are loved. You are not alone. Stay there. Stay in that simplicity. The shepherd is near. The refuge surrounds you. The light remains. The one who does not sleep watches over you. And when you wake, you will rise braver. Not because the world suddenly became easy, but because you allowed peace to root itself deeply tonight. You will wake with steadiness. You will wake with clarity. You will wake knowing you are accompanied. Tomorrow will not surprise me. Tomorrow will not overpower you. Tomorrow will meet you with the same presence that surrounds you now. Let your body grow heavier. Let your thoughts grow quieter. Let the space between breaths widen. There is nothing left to strive for in this moment. Everything that needed to be said has been spoken over you. Sleep in my peace tonight. Rest in my protection. Drift under my watchfulness. I am here. I remain. And you can sleep. Here is a strong, high-retention conclusion with CTA, written in your first-person divine voice pattern, calm, immersive, but strategically encouraging engagement. Before you drift fully into sleep, listen to me. I am still here. And when this message ends, my presence will not. Tonight, you are not falling asleep to silence. You are falling asleep in my care. If this prayer wrapped around your heart, if you felt my peace settle your thoughts, do not keep it to yourself. There is someone you know who is trying to sleep with a restless mind. Someone who feels alone in the dark. Someone who needs to hear that I do not slumber. Share this with them. Let my peace reach further than your own room. And as for you, if you desire to keep resting in my presence each night, stay here with me. Return tomorrow. Come back whenever your heart feels heavy. I am already waiting for you. Before your eyes close fully, whisper in the comments. Lord, I trust you with my night. Let it be your declaration. Let it be your surrender. Let it be your faith spoken softly before sleep. Now. Release the day. Release the fear. Release the weight. I am watching. I am guarding. I am near. Sleep in my peace.